Bonjour relatives. Shangwewe Kamikukoin Indigenous. I'm Jamie Killicutt, Community Engagement and Indigenous Affairs Director with HIR Wellness Institute. We're starting off with a smudge. Before we get started today, we have a call to action for good medicine and prayer for one of our Wisconsin families. And so I thought that before we get started with our recovery and our reflection today, that we'll start with a smudge and prayer for one of our young ladies who was taken much too soon. Her name is Cozy Montana Featherstone Medicine Top Decora. She was 22 years old, and she was just getting ready to celebrate her 3-month sobriety anniversary. And the very next day she was murdered. And so now the family and relatives and the friends are asking for our support and for us to come together and give good medicine and prayer. Put that out there for her and her family, for her safe return, to bring her back home to Wisconsin with her family. Many issues in our community, and one of them being missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. So I want us all to say a special prayer today. Take a moment to reflect and give out good medicine and good heart. So I'm going to turn the screen around so we can have a moment of silence. Miigwech, everyone. Miigwech relatives for being here today. Miigwech for bringing out your good medicine, for smudging, for laying your tobacco, harvesting your cedar, burning your sweetgrass. Miigwech. It's kind of a somber day today. When we have news like that, it affects the entire community. But it's good for us to sit and think with that, sit with those thoughts, pray about it. The family and the friends need our heart and our good medicine. So that's what we give. We give our heart and our love when others are hurting and when they need extra support. That's what we do. We come together and we do that. Miigwech for all of you. Hello Anna, hello Sandra. Bonjour, welcome relatives. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Jamie Killicutt with HIR Wellness Institute. I'm the Community Engagement and Indigenous Affairs Director. And HIR Wellness Institute is a small nonprofit that was brought to fruition by the heart and soul and the prayers of our CEO and founder, Leah Denny, who put everything that she had into HIR Wellness Institute because she believed that healing should not cost anything. And that's what we do. We offer mental health and wellness services to Indigenous communities, underserved communities, and victims of crime, especially those who have been affected by sexual assault, domestic violence, and human trafficking. And we have many resources. Today is just one of those resources. We have many. All of our services are online. They're all virtual platforms. We're here for you, relatives. We have a CARES warm line for those who maybe need to reach out and talk to somebody who need a little extra support. Maybe you're having a rough day, and that's okay. You can reach out to us, 414-748 2592. And that number will be in the comments. You can reach out to us by email. You can go to our Facebook site, reach out to us by Messenger. Give us a call if you're needing something. We're here for you. I always like to start with a meditation from a book that I read that has been really helpful and really instrumental in my healing on my journey of recovery. I've been walking the Red Road for over 5 years. It'll be 6 years in October. And I'm recovering from alcohol misuse. And I came across Wellbriety and White Bison, and I connected to it. And that's what's been really beneficial to me. So I like to share some of that with you all. And this time that we spend together during recovery and reflections is for us to learn from each other and to talk about the good things. Talk about the things that have been really helpful for us. And sometimes we touch on those struggles too, because that's a reality. There's going to be some struggles. It's really, really beneficial to prepare ourselves as best as we can to be able to handle that, to handle those struggles when they come up. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to read a meditation, and I have another excerpt that I would like to read as well, if we have time. So I'm going to show you the book so you can see what I read out of. It's been really helpful for me, so instrumental in my healing. So the book is called Meditations with Native American Elders, The 4 Seasons by Don Koyas. And truly, without this book, I'm not sure what I would have done. It's really helped me. So here's our meditation for today. Today's the 24th. In Tunkashila, there is no time. Everything moves in the blink of an eye. It's as fast as thought, so there is no speed there. There is no time in between. And that was a quote by Wallace Black Elk, who is Lakota. And it continues to read, there is a relationship between thought and reality. Every thought is alive, and as soon as you think it, a result occurs immediately. However, to make something happen, it may take a series of 1,000 thoughts before you can actually see it with your eyes. This occurs because the laws of the Great Spirit act immediately. When you tell a lie, you immediately experience fear. When you tell the truth, you immediately experience freedom. To the Creator, there is no time. For us to experience the meaning of this requires us to act on faith. Faith is belief without evidence. Great Spirit, today, let me act on my faith. Our thoughts. Really, really important as we're walking our journey. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that meditation? Feel free to leave a comment. I think a lot about my thoughts. What I've learned through my road on recovery. I've learned a lot about slowing down, a lot about journaling my thoughts, a lot about sitting with my thoughts. I've learned a lot about how what I think about ends up being what happens. So if I'm thinking a lot of negative things, stuff just starts happening that's negative. So I've been learning a lot about changing the way that I think. I've spent the last over 5 years working on myself, working on how I think, slowing myself down, learning to sit with uncomfortableness. I've done a tremendous amount of that work. And it is work. That is true, it is work. It takes energy and time to be able to do that, and to be able to sit with sometimes uncomfortableness and be okay with that. But it's possible. It's very possible. I have something else that I want to read. This time I'm going to turn the screen around so that you can see the beautiful green that we have out here, the wildflowers that are starting to pop up. And just listen to the birds. Listen to if you can hear any of the water. You may not be able to hear the water just yet because we haven't gotten close to it yet. Just sit and listen while I read to you. And then we'll talk a little bit about it. I have another book, another Wellbriety book that I like to read out of. It's called The Red Road to Wellbriety in the Native American Way. And I'll show you what that book looks like in case you're interested in it. You can buy it right offline. This book has been another book that's been tremendous for me. As you can see, I have lots of little sticky notes on it because I come across things that are really beneficial for me, and I like to share them when I can. So just sit and listen. Look around the screen and see what you notice as I take a moment to read a passage out of this book for you. It's called There Are Solutions. There are solutions for us as Indian people, and for some of us, it is a return to the traditional ceremonies of our nations. For some of us, it is to seek out an elder and have him or her help us find our path to the good road, or to the red road, as we call it. For many of us, it is participation in sobriety sweat lodges. It will require learning our ways of prayer. Many of us are now smudging with sage, cedar, sweetgrass, or the other herbs of our Mother Earth. We are forming our circles of recovery. We are praying with the eagle feather, passing it back and forth to talk to one another when subjects of importance are discussed. Some of us seek a vision in the traditional way, going on the hill with the guidance of our medicine people. And some are revitalizing the old warrior or clan societies after talking with elders who still remember those ways. Our communities have suffered from alcohol, domestic violence, dysfunctional families, and now drug use. It's a cycle that goes through our families. It is called a cycle of hurt because our violence and drinking problems are passed down through our families and communities. Generation after generation, through grandpa and grandma, father and mother, onto our own children, and to their children, their hurtful patterns repeat themselves. For some of us, we thought this way of life was normal. Now we need to get our people to a place where we can do our part in breaking this harmful repeating pattern. We have our part to do. The higher power working through us does the rest. And that's just a couple paragraphs talking about the solution is in our culture. That book, The Red Road to Wellbriety in the Native American Way. It's an amazing book. Here, I'll show you the page where you can look and see the copyright, white bison. But if this is a path that you're taking and you're walking, these are some of those resources that have been helpful for me. Did you see that bird? Oh, I love it. You know what I'd love to do right now? Is have us take a little walk to the water so we can pray again. And there's a couple mallards who are swimming by right now. Oh, that's so beautiful. Bonjour, Ellie. Bonjour, Leah. Aloha. Everyone is here. Hi, Leah. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Miigwech for being here with us. Miigwech for your leadership, for bringing us all together, all of these healers with amazing hearts. All of our services, all the things that we do for our communities, it's all possible because of Leah. Miigwech, Leah. Miigwech, miigwech, miigwech. How about we take a walk? I'm bringing my tobacco pouch. I've got my tobacco in there. And we're going to take ourselves a little walk to the water and see what we find as we go. We had a lot of flooding last weekend. If you joined in on my Facebook Live last Sunday, you heard a lot of rain. I was standing underneath an umbrella in the rain, and it was totally beautiful and amazing. So here we are. It's a little messy today as things have been drying up. The water had brought in a bunch of trees and twigs and sticks, so it's a little messy today, but I don't mind it. We can see tracks along the way. We have deer back here, turkey, raccoon. There's other things that come along. The other day there was a great blue heron that flew over, and it was just amazing and beautiful. And that great blue heron, so if we kept going along the creek here this way, right around, there's kind of like a roundabout over there, but that's where that great blue heron lives. It lands down there quite often. So here's our water. It's kind of high right now still. Usually I would say the water would be a couple inches lower, because we can usually walk out to some rocks that are out there. But right now everything is covered. So every time we come to the creek, I like us to pray, and I always grab my tobacco so that we can do that together. And I always grab the tobacco with my left hand. That's how my teachings were taught to me. We grab the tobacco with our left hand because it's closest to our heart. So there's my tobacco. And I actually just planted some tobacco seeds yesterday so that we can have some natural tobacco. It was my first time trying to plant traditional tobacco. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, and I will keep you all posted on what happens. My teachings also told me that I should start my prayers in the east. So we're facing east right now. I like to come out here so that we can hear the water, we can see the water, and just hear and see all of nature around us, and how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful the water is. Nibe, water in Ojibwe. So all of you relatives, say your prayers so they can go into the tobacco, and then I will offer it to our water. Go ahead and do that now, and I'll pray as well. Buju Gichimanadu Shangwewe Kamigukwain Indigenous. I pray for the two-legged, the four-legged, winged ones, plant nations, two-spirited, and all the animals. I say a special prayer for the Decora family today. A special prayer for Cozy. Please watch over her. Help her find her way in the unseen world. Pray for all MMIW families, all of those who have gone too soon. I pray for all of our relatives. Pray that they're finding their way. I pray that you help them find their way. I pray for our water, our nibe. Pray for all of our water protectors. Pray for all of our elders, all our women and children. Pray for all of our men who are watching over us and who are protecting us and standing by us and supporting us as we are out there helping our communities and our families. Pray for all of our healers. Miigwech Menadu, Miigwech Menadu, Miigwech Menadu. That tobacco gets taken away by the water. My teachings tell me to lay tobacco and offer it back to Mother Earth. Sometimes I offer it to the grandfather tree that I sit by. Sometimes I offer it to the water. Just depends on what's going on and how I'm feeling. Let's take just a few moments. I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to let you listen and see. Leah said it's a beautiful day. It really is, Leah. This is an amazing day. And I like to walk us along the creek. Every weekend that I've been coming out here, it has changed drastically from week to week. It's just beautiful to see that. The growth that has happened in just 1 week's time is just absolutely amazing. And you know what that makes me think about? Is how much growth we can make in 1 week's time for ourselves as we are walking the red road. I always like to remind us that we may have people that join us during our recovery and our reflections that have been walking their journey of recovery for years. And then we might have somebody who's just a few months in, maybe even just a few weeks in. Perhaps it's been days, just a few days of sobriety, or maybe a few hours. And we also might have people who join us that are still thinking about it. And they're just wondering if there's another way, and wondering if there's help out there and support, and wondering if there's other people that have gone through the same thing, because it can be scary. And that's okay. We're here to talk about how there is support and share stories, share a little education on what it's like to walk the red road. It's different for everybody. But there are some things that we all go through. And we all have changed, some way, shape, or form. Bonjour, Wynette. Miigwech for joining us. We've all changed. Just like this land here. This land was pretty brown. There wasn't a lot of green not that long ago. And now here we are. Lots of big, huge leaves coming off of that eastern skunk cabbage, I believe it's called. There's a ton of it out here. And there's a ton of other plants out here that I do not know what they are. I have to learn. There's these really pretty yellow flowers. Oh, Jessica, bonjour. Miigwech for being here with us. This is my place that I come to when I'm looking for a little healing, a little quiet time. If I may be confused by something or I'm struggling with something, nature is where I go. It helps to calm down my thoughts. It helps to calm my heart rate. If I'm feeling anxious and I'm noticing that my heart is racing a little faster than what I would like it to be, I come out here. This brings me back to balance. And this makes me think about the reading that we went through a little while ago. How there are solutions. This is one of them. This is a solution. Coming out into nature. Miigwech, Anna, thank you so much. You enjoy your weekend too. Feeling the sun on us, that's a solution. Listening to the birds, do you hear them? They have such pretty songs. That's a solution. Just watching nature, watching what happens. We can learn so much from that. It's the way it was intended anyhow. For us to sit and watch nature. There's lessons in all of that. Really beautiful lessons. How are you guys feeling today? How's your weekend going? I hope it's good. And if it's not, that's okay too. I want you to know that we have services here. HIR Wellness Institute is here for you. We have our CARES warm line that you can call, and one of our CARES counselors will return that call or text message within 24 hours, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. We offer advocacy for victims of crime. We have our summer series for Facebook Live posts that is starting. May 29th is when Wellness Friday starts. We have a brand new calendar that's out on our Facebook page. You can go to our website, hirwellness.org. If you want to email us, there's many ways that you can get a hold of us. Many ways. Oh, Waynette. Waynette said that she's worried about her dad right now. He has COVID-19 and they just found out yesterday. Waynette, I'm so sorry. I would like to say a special prayer for your dad, if that's okay. I have my tobacco still with me. Relatives, let's do that. Let's take a moment and let's pray together for Waynette's dad, and that he finds his healing and that he heals quickly. I believe in the power of prayer, us coming together and offering our good medicines. We have lots of good medicines. We're gonna pray, Waynette. I have more tobacco here. I just grabbed. This tobacco is special prayers for your dad. Miigwech Manadu, Buju Manadu, Shangwewi Kamigu Queen Indigenous. I pray for Waynette's dad. We just found out he has COVID-19. I pray that you walk with him and you watch over him. Pray that you wrap your arms around him. Keep him close to you and safe. I pray for speedy recovery. Pray that you also watch over Waynette and her family, the rest of them. Keep them safe. Wrap your arms around them. Miigwech Manadu, Miigwech Manadu, Miigwech Manadu. Those prayers are for your dad, Waynette, and for your family. I'm thinking of you. I'm sending you lots of love and lots of good medicine. I know that can be tough. I know it can. We can walk together. I'm so glad that you shared. Miigwech for sharing. Just being able to talk about things that are a struggle is healing. Being able to open up to others, to trust in others, and to trust in sisterhood and brotherhood. It's a beautiful thing. You're so welcome, Waynette. You're so welcome. Every time that we get together, it's healing for me too. It's very special for me. I feel blessed that we're able to take this time together, that we're able to sit in nature, walk in nature, smudge together, reflect a little bit. It's a beautiful thing. We need each other, everyone. We have a lot of families that are going through difficult times. And one of the things that will never change is us as people needing each other, needing community, togetherness, belonging, love. That doesn't change. And in fact, what it does is it makes those hard times a little bit easier. When we know that we have someone else that we can lean on, that there's others out there in the community who want good for us. I want good for you. All of us at HIR Wellness Institute want good for you. That's healing. That's powerful. That's good medicine. I think I would like to do another smudge for us. And if you have your own medicines at home, go ahead and smudge. We can do that together. And I always like to close with a song. Before I go, I want to say a really heartfelt thank you. Miigwech, relatives. Miigwech for being here, for walking this journey with all of us. Miigwech for joining us. You've been coming for a lot of weeks on Sundays. It's just beautiful. It reminds all of us how there's so much good in the world. There's so much good in the world. Yes, Cam, our CEO and founder, Leah Denny, she coined a term, CAM, Community Activated Medicine. And what it means is the people are the medicine. It's so true. It's so true. Every single one of you, every one of you, you. You're the medicine. Me too, Waynette. I know, the birds singing are just beautiful. I love the songs. The people are the medicine. And that's not going to change. We need each other. And even during this time of difficulty, because we are physically distanced, we still can have each other's back. We still can support one another. We're still here for each other. Yes, Leah, our programming changes with the seasons. That's beautiful. Yeah, we're coming into summer season, so we're changing a little bit. We still have something going on every day of the week, Monday through Sunday. That bird, let's see. Do you know what kind of bird it is? Oh, cardinal. My hubby's, he's off to the side. He just let me know that it's a cardinal. I love the cardinals. They remind me of my mother-in-law. She passed a few years ago, and she spent her last 2 years of her life with us. She lived with us, and she was just a wonderful, beautiful, amazing woman, and taught us so much about how to care for our family and our elders. Miigwech, Jessica. Yep, Cardinal, you're right. Oh, Waynette, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're enjoying these. And we'll continue to do so. Let's get our smudge ready. Oh, before I do that, I want to say a big shout out to my moderator, Xavier. Xavier is on the other end. He is doing all the moderating, so when you see those comments from HIR Wellness Institute, that's Xavier. So give Xavier a big shout out. Bonjour, Xavier. Miss you. Thank you so much for doing everything that you do. Xavier is one of our CARES counselors, and he is helping our relatives all week long. Miigwech. Oh, Leah, you're so welcome. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be able to give back and to share with all of you, and to give my heart and my love to all of you. Miigwech for that. Watch nature while I get my smudge ready. I have some sage. Here's our sage. Ooh, it's kind of blurry. All right. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I lost my sage. All right. There's some smudge for you all. Follow your heart and see where it might take you. Don't let the world out outside, they'll break you. They know not who you are inside. They've never felt your pain. Don't ever let them crack. Hold down. I know you feel it getting cold out. Without the blanket for your soul now. Before you know it, you'll be frozen, and you'll have to see this through. And there's no one here but you. I feel the rain coming down. It reminds me of who I used to be. But now there's nothing more than a memory. Don't go to sleep or cry, because tomorrow, well, if you let it, it will swallow you up, but none of this will matter anymore. Ooh. Feel the rain coming down. It reminds me of who I used to be. But now that's nothing more than a memory. Follow your heart and see where it might take you. Don't let the world outside there break you. They know not who you are inside, and they've never felt your pain. Don't ever let them cry your share. Thank you for being here with us. Jessica, I saw that there was a red-tailed hawk flying over. That's such a gift. Take that gift in. Walk with that gift today, because that was special. And all of you are special. Thank you for taking time out of your Sunday to be here with us to talk recovery. Buju Joe, happy birthday, Joe. You're such a blessing to all of us and to our world. Miigwech, miigwech, miigwech. And before we go, I do want to sing happy birthday now that I see Joe here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. I hope it's a really blessed and wonderful day, Joe. We'll see you all soon. I'll see you May 29th for Wellness Friday. I hope that y'all join us. We'll see you soon. And we do have a link for a survey that's attached to this video. If you could take just a few moments and fill that out for us, that would be wonderful. It helps us be informed on what kind of help and services are needed out there in our communities, so you can help us in that way. Miigwech, Gigawabaman. I'll see you later.